emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the New England Patriots. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. First carry for James Conner. A first down for Conner and then some. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's second and a yard. On the counter, it's Conner. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now a first down throw, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to.
Fields throw going into the hands of Williams. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. First and 10 at the 17-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, here's Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Off play action, Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation. Would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Running for it, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. And it's no good. He missed it. And the game remains tied. Oh, boy. So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pats at the line, ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Second down at 4. They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams all tied after 1. Run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the 39, Fields. Flush to his right. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Complete to Mooney on the slant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery with his 28th touchdown. Drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Jones, eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He'll get this to Lazard. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down. It's Harris. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Damian Harris with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. He'll have a first down past the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A run there on first down, and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From just shy of midfield, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here of the second quarter. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field in Brandon Guy.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Montgomery. A first down and then some for Montgomery. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On play action, Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the 16, Fields. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. He gets away from 1, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
On first down, Fields. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down. It's Connor, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
He's had success running the football, and this is more or less an extension of that because they drop it off to him on the screen. And I'll bet he's thinking to himself, if I didn't have to slow up a bit here in traffic, I could have really made something out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. They'll try the left side with Connor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James Conner with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. So it was the passing game that got him down here. The closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
an opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Fields. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Devin McCourty picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Third and long. It's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Aguilar. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. The sack by Robert Quinn. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, Jones has just thrown his third interception. Picked off by Khalil Mack. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2nd and 5 now. Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Mike Williams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back here from Harris. At the line, ready to go. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Jones throwing on first down. Screen pass to Connor. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Here's Jones on first down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Jones. This is Lazard with a catch out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. Now the Patriots are going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Back to throw. Fields. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw pulled in by Robinson here. 7 yards, the pickup there. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Bears extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 41. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And you you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.